I never imagined that my curiosity would lead me down such a sinister path. It all began innocently enough, a simple online search about the dark web, fueled by late-night boredom and too much caffeine. Little did I know that this journey would descend into a nightmare of unsettling conversations and mysterious packages from which I could never escape. My name is Jake, and I'm just your average college student, living a life that revolved around lectures, parties, and too many video games. One evening, as I lounged in my dimly lit dorm room, I decided to explore the mysterious world of the dark web. My friends had whispered about it, the hidden corners of the internet where anything was for sale, drugs, weapons, and even worse. My initial foray was tentative, fueled by equal parts curiosity and trepidation. I downloaded the Tor browser, which would grant me access to this clandestine realm. As I delved deeper into the dark web, it felt like I was peeling away the layers of the internet's darkest secrets. I stumbled upon a website called The Abyss, a place where users could share the most horrifying stories and experiences. The tales of real-life crimes and unsolved mysteries captivated me, and I found myself returning night after night to explore its chilling archives. One particular story, titled The Shadows Web, caught my attention. It was about a website so sinister that those who dared visit it vanished without a trace. Rumors swirled about the site's existence, with some claiming it was a portal to the darkest realms of human depravity. The story, written by a user named Dark Scribe, spoke of an ominous chat room on the Shadows web. Users who entered found themselves in a virtual abyss, surrounded by eerie whispers and chilling conversations. It was said that those who joined the chat room late at night experienced a terrifying presence, as if something malevolent watched from the shadows. Naturally, my curiosity got the best of me. I wanted to see if the Shadows web was real or just an urban legend cooked up by bored internet users. I navigated through a labyrinth of encrypted links until I finally arrived at the ominous portal. The chat room was a dark, foreboding space with no usernames, only faceless participants represented by eerie, pulsating symbols. I joined the room, my heart pounding. The chat was a cacophony of cryptic messages and strange symbols that I couldn't decipher. As I watched, a message appeared before my eyes. "Welcome, Jake." My blood ran cold. How did they know my name? The room fell silent, and then a chilling voice whispered through my headphones, "You should not have come here, Jake." I tried to disconnect, to close the browser, but my computer froze. Panic washed over me as the room filled with a nightmarish cacophony of voices and grotesque images. I watched in horror as my webcam activated on its own, broadcasting my terrified face to the room. "Jake, you are ours now," the voice intoned, its words dripping with malevolence. I screamed and yanked the power cord from my computer, plunging my room into darkness. When I rebooted my laptop, it seemed to have returned to normal. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I had unleashed something sinister. Over the following days, my life unraveled. I couldn't escape the feeling of being watched. Whispers echoed through my dorm room at night, and the shadows seemed to come alive, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes. My sleepless nights took a toll on my grades and my sanity. Desperate for answers, I returned to The Abyss to seek help. I posted about my experience on the Shadows web and begged for guidance, but my plea was met with silence, as if the users of the dark web had abandoned me to my fate. One evening, as I returned to my dorm room, I found a package waiting for me. It was a small, nondescript box with no return address. My heart pounded as I opened it, revealing a sinister message scrawled on a piece of paper. "We know." Inside the box was a USB drive. I hesitated for a moment before plugging it into my computer. The contents were chilling, a series of documents detailing my online activities, my searches, and my chats on the Shadows web. It was clear that someone had been monitoring me, collecting information with a sinister purpose. As the days passed, I received more mysterious packages. each one containing a USB drive with increasingly personal and unsettling information. The sender remained anonymous, but their message was clear. They had access to my life, my secrets, and they were not afraid to use it against me. My paranoia deepened as I realized the extent of their control. They knew everything about me, and there was no escape. I had unwittingly become a pawn in a dangerous game, and I didn't know who was pulling the strings. One night, as I lay in my bed, paralyzed by fear, I received a message on my computer. It was from the anonymous sender, and their words were chilling. "It's time to pay the price, Jake." I pleaded for my life, but the sender was unrelenting. They demanded that I perform a series of tasks, each one more dangerous and morally ambiguous than the last. It was clear that they intended to use me as a pawn in their sinister games, and I had no choice but to comply. The first task was a simple intrusion into the privacy of an unsuspecting individual. I was instructed to hack into their social media accounts and steal their personal information. It felt like an invasion of their life, and the guilt gnawed at my conscience. The second task escalated the horror. I was instructed to place a mysterious package at a specified location in the dead of night. The package contained a sinister message and sent a chill down my spine. I didn't know what harm it might cause or who it would affect. The third task took me to a seedy part of town where I was instructed to exchange an unmarked package with a shady character. The contents of the package remained a mystery, but it reeked of something illegal and dangerous. The fourth task pushed me to the edge of my morality. I was forced to infiltrate a private gathering and steal a valuable item. The event was filled with wealthy individuals, and the atmosphere was suffocating with tension. The weight of my actions bore down on me as I executed the theft. The final task was the most harrowing of all. I was instructed to record a disturbing act of cruelty inflicted on a helpless victim. The horror I witnessed was etched into my mind, a haunting image that would never fade. My hands trembled as I held the camera, feeling complicit in the brutality unfolding before me. Each task left me more shaken and tormented than the last as I descended deeper into a nightmarish world of immorality. The anonymous sender held my life and reputation hostage, and I had no choice but to carry out their dark desires, haunted by the knowledge that I was forever tainted by the horrors I had witnessed and participated in. When I returned to my dorm room, I discovered a final message on my computer. It was from the anonymous sender, and this time, it carried an air of finality. "Your debt has been paid, Jake." As I read those words, a profound sense of dread washed over me. I realized that I had become a pawn in a game far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. And then, without warning, my computer screen went black and the room plunged into darkness. I fumbled for my phone to call for help, but it was gone. The room was empty, devoid of any trace of my belongings. Panic surged through me as I realized that I was not alone. A figure emerged from the shadows, a real person with hollow eyes and a malevolent grin. "You thought you could escape, Jake," the intruder hissed, their voice filled with malice. I tried to scream, to fight back, but it was futile. The intruder overpowered me, and darkness closed in. In the end, I disappeared into the depths of the dark web, a victim of my own curiosity and the malevolent forces that lurked in its shadowy corners. My fate remained a mystery, a chilling reminder of the perils of the digital underworld.
Don't forget to subscribe, and feel free to tell me your tales on Reddit.